another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your crumpets together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat.
Darling.
And hello. Hello. Fucking up. Woo! Okay, my voice has just not been up to par, but I thought I could do it this time, honey. But you see, I couldn't. So don't read me, honey. Don't read me. I'm gonna read myself. But what's going on? To all of my tea sippers, my crumpet dunkers, my tea brewers, my pot stirrers, and my tea leaf readers, honey. What's your world? What's going on? What is your tea, babies? I hope you have all of your crumpets together, my darling, because, darlings, it's time to dish tea, and you are dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meats. What's going on? Yeah, we're on rather late. Usually we come on at 9 o'clock, and I didn't think I was going to get caught up like this, but you guys know I'm still here in Detroit, honey, at the lovely Red Roof Inn. Okay, I'm here planning my mother's funeral and things of that nature. We're still trying to raise this money because I got to have it by Tuesday, child. We got to have $4,000 by Tuesday, and I see the if you guys have it's $4,000, and then they got an extra $1,000 on there for incidentals and carrying on that we need to have. So if you guys are following the GoFundMe, if you've seen the link to the GoFundMe, honey, and want to participate, and that's on your heart to do, I'm not asking you if you don't feel like doing it. That's okay, because everybody's struggling. However, I did not think I was going to be one of those families that was going to have to resort to a GoFundMe because we didn't have insurance, but it happens, okay? So the GoFundMe link is on my wall. I think I might just go ahead on and put it up in here too so that we can have it. You guys can have it there. But nonetheless, this is where we bees. However, I do want to say this. What made me come on tonight is I need to celebrate one of our wait a minute, hold on, I gotta turn this down so that I'm not double talking myself. We've had one of our wonderful supporters of Dishing Tea. I just found out today that he was found in his home. He was found dead. Y'all know TJ, who comes in from time to time, the one who was always teasing Aunt Nikki for her titties because he liked her titties and carrying on and this and the third and all of that. Well, I just found out his son called me, and he and his son sound remarkably alike over the phone. So while we were at the funeral home today, I said, listen, I'm at the funeral home, I'll call you back. And I remember that I had to call him back. So when I just called, he's like, are you trying to reach TJ? I said, how you not know my number? Okay, you ain't got to save it in your phone. And that's when he came to tell me. He said, no, I'm his son. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm thinking he's going to tell me that his father was in the hospital or whatever. He said, no, they found my dad. I talked to my dad daily, and we were not in communication. And he had called the rental office and this, that, and the other. And they finally got up in there. So this past Thursday was when they found him in his apartment, and he was dead in his bed. So it is um, assumed that, or presumed that he did have congestive heart failure, and he died in his sleep, child. He was only 63 years young. And I was like, damn, I'm trying to get a hold of him to tell him about my mom. And here you calling me to tell me about your dad. So, hallelujah, hallelujah. It has just been a whirlwind. And I am. I'm really in such a quandary right now because I was not ready to handle that. As a matter of fact, I really have not even processed that down. But it is so weird because that thought had came to my mind. The thought had came to my mind, and I threw it off. I said, "Don't tell me no shit like that," because my mind, when I'm in tune in the spirit world, I get things that just doesn't make sense when it hits me, right? And it comes out of left field a lot of times. I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about?" It doesn't make sense at the time. But I had that thought that I had got a similar call for somebody to say they were calling to say that he was gone. And I was like, no, I can't handle that. But yeah, so one of our wonderful, wonderful, wonderful supporters of Dishing Tea with Big Meech and everything that we were doing over here, he's no longer with us. So, I wanted to celebrate the life of TJ. His name was Anthony Johnson, Sr., and he's a Navy man. And things, y'all, I'm sure for those of y'all who are my regulars, y'all have seen him up in here talking about Navy stuff and all that kind of jazz. He and Big Red has talked about a few things. And remember, we were just talking about what was going on in Virginia when he and Red was having that exchange about what was happening in Virginia and all this and some of the places that they have been, during their tenure in the U.S. Marine Navy. So I'm saddened, and I have really not been able to process that yet because I refuse. I just refuse to believe that he gone like that. Okay, I just refuse to believe that he is gone, child. Tony and I have met when I was working at the Westin Atlanta Airport Hotel, and we met on 10-10-10. Okay, we talk about that because it was like, child. And believe it or not, that was the last time that we were face to face. Now we FaceTimed and all this other jazz and carried on, but we have never been in the same space. And the sad thing is that we both live in Atlanta. But because of his job and stuff, he's been traveling and carrying on. He was working with the government. He was an attorney in government. Okay, so he was constantly on the go. And whenever he had his downtime or whatever, honey, he was constantly on the go because he was a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, honey. He would travel with them. Wherever they went, he would travel to go watch the game and to support his team and this, that, and the other. He did a lot of exotic traveling and carried on, but he's been around the world. What is there? He's been around the world like 3 or 4 different times while in the Navy. So going to these places didn't really, it was more so just like going anywhere else because he's already been and this, that, and the other. So we talked about that. He was always encouraging me to travel. I have a passport, but I don't have any stamps or digitized stamps now because he's like, they don't put stamps in them anymore, honey. It's all digital now, but I do have a passport that I got to update for next year. So we were talking about that. And he was just a wonderful, 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 wonderful spirit. Now, because I'm not ready to go into the after darkness of it, honey, I'm gonna let you guys wander about why I won't entertain that just yet, honey. But let me just say this, okay? I called him Marathon Candy Bar for a reason, okay? And yeah. So it's very that way. Uh, Wait a minute, I forgot to turn the ringer off. But hold on, this is my son. Hey, child, I'm on the air and I got you on live with everybody watching me take this phone call. So, okay. So, yeah, I'll call you back or come on the air, child. Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, okay, okay, yeah, we have seen that. The pastor that kicked the drag queen out of the church and called him a boy, and then come in here like that. Yeah, I've seen that. Oh, bastard. Uh-huh. But yeah, that's my child, honey. I forgot to turn the ringer on, vibrating things. But yeah, I am just so distraught, and I haven't had time to really process TJ. Okay, what we got? Hey, Granny, I love you, and I still have you and the family up in my prayers. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Okay, Zahara Rain Star, honey. That's my love. That's my Glamazon daughter right there, honey. That's my Glamazon granddaughter right there, honey. Trust truly. Okay, trust truly. But it saddens me when we have okay. See, here we go. This thing want to act real stupid, right? Um, but um, yeah. TJ was. If I was to give him a title, if he was a sipper or a crumpet dunker or a brewer or a pot stirrer or a tea leaf reader, honey, TJ was definitely he was a pot stirrer. Okay, he was a pot stirrer because he hated when folks did not know their history and cared because he was a history buff, and he hated when folks didn't know that. He hated when black folks would come across as ignorant because they wouldn't read. Oh, that was just his Achilles heel, honey. He could not stand that. And to know that we lost him, child, I'm just absolutely outdone. I'm so outdone on the heels of everything that because I was trying to get a hold of him to tell me about my mom, and his son got to tell me about him, child. Oh my God, today. So now when I get home, I'm going home to a funeral. Lord have mercy. Well, they don't call it life for a reason, honey. Life shows up, so you show up, all right? Mm-hmm. Let me bring my sister up in here. Your boy Derek, honey, with the Helena twins.
What's going
Okay.
on? What's going on? What's going on, honey?
Hey, love, what's
My
your
con-
tea, baby?
my condolences, honey. When I seen the picture of your mother, I said, "Oh, that's my sister right there, honey." I said, "Child, she could not deny you if child, she would have went down to domestic relations. They said, "Man, did you take your medicine this morning?" Cause child, your mother like she just spit you right out.
Okay. It's what it is, honey. I know that I am Essie Lorraine's mini me, honey.
Yes, honey,
But,
yes, you are. And you know, as long as we've known each other, that's the first time I've ever seen a picture of your mother.
oh, really?
That's the very
Okay.
first.
Um,
Because for this whole time, I'm thinking, you know, the way you talk about your mom and pop, I'm thinking you look like your father. But I'm like, well, child, I missed that boat.
oh, you know what? Now the thing of it is, I do. Depending on the time of the day, yeah, I got them both.
Oh, okay.
I
Oh,
got
okay.
them both. I got them both, honey. And like when I was much younger, it was all my dad.
Right.
Okay. Then as it was coming into me, it became all my mom. Then I had my moments and I go back and forth. Now when I put my hats on and can on and get dressed to go out, I could look like my dad. Because when I throw my hat on, I'm like, shit, this is this man looking back at me.
But honey,
You
you
know,
doing that good old wig,
the
honey. That go
Wi-Fi
that's
up
the
there, bitch.
I was like, yes, honey, perform for the both of y'all, honey. You do that damn thing, honey.
Okay. You know what? As a matter of fact, when you were here, we're in Atlanta with us.
I gotta sit over here a certain way. But y'all, we all know that's that thing called technology trying to have her little way. Sometimes she try to knock us out and have to bring us back in, but the devil is alive tonight. Mm-mm. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody doing okay. Y'all just all right. There go my sister.
Yeah,
She
no,
back.
yeah. You know what? The Wi-Fi over here is real faulty, so I got to go and turn on my hotspot so that we can make sure that we are up in arms and doing the right thing. Hold on, let me
Right.
calm down for a minute. Talk
All
to the
right.
children while I make sure I'm back. So I'm
Right. Well, he's gonna take care of that, and you know, I just ask that you all take time to keep Big Meech and his family up in prayer, which is going to be very important. During this time of him going through the process. So you guys make sure that you keep him and his family lifted up in prayer. And look at me on here with one daggone earring and I ain't gonna tell you what happened to make the other one fall out. I'm just joking. Okay. Um, I don't know. He's my little brother, and I love him to life. And I just I don't. That's just a process that it's not easy for people. That's a good. I'm look at my.
all
Not
right.
all right. He back. So like I
There
said,
we
please
go, honey. Just had to
continue
get a
to
stronger connection because this Wi-Fi over here. They said it at the front desk. I said the Wi-Fi over here is horrible, child. So
tell
I was
these
like, okay.
hotels have it on their little itinerary real quick. We got Wi-Fi, but my question is that they need to put in there. Y'all need to say we got good Wi-Fi, we got horrible Wi-Fi, but we just got the signal because a lot of hotels, especially if you're not staying in like a real high end hotel, these Motel Six and everything else, once they get a certain amount of people on their Wi-Fi, you can forget it.
Exactly, and that's what it is. They had the very basic. They don't have the business package,
Right.
and they need the business package for what it is that they do because they're a hotel. You can't
They
get the
got the, they
home
got the
package.
999 Xfinity Essentials, honey. That's only gonna work on so many devices, girl. I mean, how many
Right,
devices you will
right.
connect to that?
Not the Xfinity's essentials. Okay,
Right. How
okay.
many how many lines you think gonna connect to that and they still gonna work wonderfully, honey? Come on. That's
Baby.
a residential connection, honey, not a business connection. Okay.
Ooh, child, listen. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. But listen, let's get into it because I'm not going to be before you guys long. I just want to make sure that we're coming on in. Like I said, I was not going to come on tonight. I thought I was just going to do a like little big meech moment later because I'm still trying to put the obituary together for my mom. And now we have to trying to find out who going to do what. I really would like to have a singer because the funeral home is like, well, we have a singer, girl. It tickled me. This tickled me so badly, child, because it didn't hit me till after I left the place. They got the singer, but they give you a list of what the singer calls her approved list of songs. I said, her approved list of songs. Wait a minute. You know what? Let's oh, wait. Whew. And I put it right on the top.
Her approved
I took
list.
myself off the screen, child. Okay. When she said this to me, baby, I screamed. Okay.
I bet you did.
Because I was like, child, listen. Okay, so you got traditional gospel songs. Let's start here. Okay. Amazing Grace, Blessed Assurance, By and By, Down Through the Years, God's Been Good to Me, God Will Take Care of You, going up yonder. He knows how much we can bear. He looked beyond my faults. His eye is on the sparrow. How great thou art. I know who holds tomorrow. I won't complain. I'll cry.
Girl,
If I can help somebody, it is well with my soul. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
is this the album cover? What is you?
Jesus promised me a home, peace in the valley. Precious Lord, soon and very soon,
Mm-mm,
through it all,
mm-mm,
walk around heaven.
mm-mm.
And when you hear of my home, now that's on the approved list for traditional gospel songs. Wait, now flip it over, and you have the approved songs that are contemporary
You know
gospel
what? Get
songs.
out my face. Just, you know what? Just, girl, you know what?
No, 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 no. No, I got to give y'all all of this because, baby, when she said this to me, like I said, when she sat down in front of me, she said, "Well, we do have a song list, and this is an approved list that our singer." And it did not hit me that she said approved list. Baby, I got back in front of my mama's house, and child, I swear, I just hollered. So now, if you flip it over, this is the list of contemporary gospel songs. Because of who are, I think it's supposed to be because of who you are. Because you loved me. Don't cry for me. Draw me close to you. God is able. Great is your mercy towards me. How great is our God? I'm just a prayer away. I believe I can fly. I can only imagine. I cried my last tear yesterday. I just can't give up now. I look to you. I need you now. If you could only see me now, Lord, I love you more than anything. My soul is anchored in the Lord. Open my heart, safe in his arms. Say the name, stand. The battle is not yours, and win beneath my wings.
First of all, can I interject here for a second? First of all, baby, when you start making your list of songs, please make sure you have the name of the song and not the chorus of the song. Because the title of the song is Yesterday by Mary Mary. Not I decided to. I'm like, I'm like, girl, you're first of all, girl. If I'm
Baby,
if I'm kicking out any kind of coinage to use your services, girl, if you don't know it, you better learn it by the time the funeral comes. She said her approved list, and then she got,
girl,
and then she got some traditional songs in there on the contemporary because technically, "Safe in His Arm" really is not contemporary.
it's not a contemporary.
I'm like, girl, girl, I know when you got in front of your mother house, you just hollering. You were like, excuse
Baby,
my language, girl. I know you was like,
how?
did this bitch just say her approved
Approved
list of
list of
songs?
songs. That's what got I was done. And here's the thing. I'm sitting up here listening, and I'm looking at this list, and I'm like, well, I don't know what this girl sounds like. Okay.
Because
Because
the songs, the range in the songs were like from a baritone down to a soprano. I'm like, now,
right.
I mean, now, Callie Day. Don't get me wrong, Callie Day can sing anything,
Okay. Right.
but
Yeah.
I doubt if that girl was a Callie Day.
I said, oh, now listen, I got a little tea. Because one of the children that worked there he says, well, she got this good rasp in her voice, kind of like Dorinda. I said, well, does she sing like Dorinda? He said, I didn't say she sang like her. She got that rasp, that raspy sound like Dorinda. I said, okay, I got you. I got you.
So in other words, in a roundabout way, you telling me that this girl really can't sing?
Well, I'm going to say no. What I took that to be is that she's been doing this for so long to where kind of, you know what? I'm gonna tell you exactly what I heard. I heard Sissy Houston when he said that. That's what came into my head was Sissy Houston. Okay,
I'm not gonna lie. Sister Houston, to me, will always be a studio singer.
right. Okay,
I
okay.
mean, she used to get paid top dollar just for backing up everybody. I mean, there wasn't no need
Hello,
for her to make no album.
but she did. She made quite a few.
Yeah, she did, especially her gospel album.
Okay. But yes, child, I said, baby, I tell you what, when I cackled at this damn thing here, I mean, I cackled and I cackled hard.
So did y'all get a hear a listen of how she sound, or did she have to like warm up her voice and drink tea unlimited?
I don't even think she was there because I don't know who she is. You know, she comes with, it's like if we didn't have anybody, she comes with the services. And said, well, I was singing, she'll sing 2 songs and then she'll sing the processional. I'm like, okay, they come with, it comes with
Oh, she comes with like sometimes you look out or you may, which is very rarely, you may get an organist that comes with it, but very rarely do you. They're like few and far between.
right. Well, this one here, yeah, they have all of that, I'm like, ooh, hmm. Y'all tried that for me, honey. Y'all tried that for me. So I'm like, okay, I have somebody in mind, but because I've only worked with her and I don't necessarily know her, to where I can say, hey girl, come do a favor for me. We've been on the same circuits and carrying on, and I know her. She can sing. She sings the roof off anything. Okay. I would love to get her to come up in there and to sing for me because I know she will wear these kids out. I know it. And I mean wear them out. Because one of the songs that's really on this list that I want to be sung is Wind Beneath My Wings. Because my mother was a Patti LaBelle and a Gladys Knight fan, and they both covered that song. Okay. That and my mother was a fan. She loved Michael Jackson's Man in the Mirror.
Oh, okay.
Okay. She loved that song. Okay. Um, that was something, that was just a message that she always would cling to. So, um, yeah. But then my nephew said that for the recession and things that he wants blessed and highly favored. He said, if I could make a request, he said that needs to be the song that we march out on and this, that, and the other. Because that was grandma saying and that was her favorite song. We're blessed and highly favored by the Clark sisters.
Yes, by my daughters, honey.
Okay, the daughters. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Say that. Well, you need to have her sing a song for you, honey, because everyone with the rasp cannot sing respectfully.
Respectfully, and that's what I believe, honey.
Oh, I'm so tickled. I'm telling you, I was on the phone with my bestie, honey, making sure she all right. Because I told y'all yesterday was her fiance's funeral. Okay.
Mm.
So while I'm at the funeral was when I got the call that mama had slipped on. So, boom. Whoo, child. So we sit up here, going through it and carried on, child. And I just hollered. I said, bitch, they said the approved list. And it just tickled me. I just couldn't let it go. It just tickled the shit out of me. So that's what we're dealing with right now. Um, yeah. But I would love see the other song that came to me though was a song that I sang to my mother for I sang this to her for Mother's Day, like right when Anita Baker's version came out. because I had not realized that Dionne Warwick done it first. Okay, and that's No One in the World.
Mm.
Um, yeah, Dionne Warwick had done it first, and I love Dionne's version. When Dionne gets to that damn breakdown, that breakdown is everything. Okay, uh, and then Anita does her thing with it, right? So I sang that to my mother for Mother's Day. Oh God, I was a teenager still. Yeah, like 16 or 17, because that song came out when Anita did it. She did like an 86, 86, 87. And I sang it to my mother. And that's the song that's on me now, to sing. Um, but I know I won't be able to get through anything. I won't. I've been trying to just around up in here, trying to even do my opening. Y'all see my voice cracking and carried on. I have not been able to get through anything right now. So, yeah. But that's what's on me. But listen, I wanted to get into today's show because the question is how to know, or how do you know when you are low hanging fruit? Let's get into it. How many times have you gone out and it's a group of you, right? And you carry yourself in such a way to where when the trade come or folks come up to you, okay, they realize that it's going to take a little bit of work to get to you. So what they end up doing is that they want to get to you, but then they start feeling out your friends to see who the hoe of the bunch is. Okay. And then when that happens, they get an easy picking. And then once they got their pick and get what they want from them, or toy around with their face, just to see where they are, then it's all about boom. Okay, we knew you was the skank anyway, but this is the one I really want. you know. But then by the time you're not going to lower your standards to her because you're like, bitch, no, that's not what we do. Okay, so what you did with that is that, but because he was able to spot that in you, bitch, that means, hey, I need to stop being around you because I'm trying to elevate myself here. So how many times have you been around the children and you realize that they are low hanging fruit? Or have you been the low hanging fruit where because of your self esteem or whatever the case may be, honey, you just go out there and allow yourself to become that way because you see it differently. Or you just see yourself as out there having a good time, honey. Oh, the traders all on me, but they all on you because of your appearance. Everything about you says, bitch, I'm easy tonight.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Everything about you says, honey, this is an easy lay. Or take advantage of me. Or I'm here just to be your toy. Okay, for the evening or whatever, because all I want is right now. Okay. How about gold diggers? Y'all know gold diggers are everywhere, honey. You can tell the ones where they are here to do they do, but then um those the ones who are carrying themselves in a special way or whatever, or carrying themselves as upstanding, carrying themselves with some kind of class. You know, everybody knows that. Okay, yeah, it's gonna take some work to get to you, but because my efforts are not about doing that kind of work right now, they go sniffing around to see what your entourage is.
But now in this day and time, you can be more low hanging fruit via the internet than via in person.
Woo! Come on, come on, and let's have this conversation.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, let's keep it real. I mean, in that aspect of it, bitch, I've been low hanging fruit on it, but I just haven't done it in public.
Wait a minute, let me bring Red up in here because he's looking at this camera kind of crazy and strange. What's up?
You know what I'm saying?
What's up, fellas? What's up,
What's
lady?
up?
What's up, all the
What you-
above?
What's
Salutations.
going on? Salutations, salutations, salutations.
You know, so to that aspect, yes, bitch, on the phone and on the worldwide internet, honey, I've been low hanging fruit, honey. I've just progressed to the point that I no longer have to be low hanging fruit in public, bitch.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay.
I am too vested in this conversation.
So
Okay.
for those of you who say you've never been low hanging fruit, stop lying, honey. Stop lying. You've been low hanging fruit in the strip club. You've been low. Some of y'all been low hanging fruit up in church, honey. Don't try.
All day in the church. Now, don't see that's all day
Yeah,
in the church.
okay.
Jamila
Let's
said she
have that
gets a big fruit.
conversation. Tell them, Reds. Tell them, bigger little brother.
Hey, let me tell you something. Ain't no hoe like a church hoe. Look,
Oh. That got them pipes open. Say that again, bro.
I'm just saying, ain't no church hoe. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no hoe like a church hoe. I'm gonna keep running because
Yes, honey. Ow.
you know I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Not being blasphemous. You know what I'm saying? I'm a God fearing man. I consider myself a Christian, but at the same time, you go to church, they say he who finds a wife finds a good thing. They say that
Right.
because it's a journey even within the Christian world to find a wife.
Honey.
Yeah.
That is a good
And I'm
thing.
saved and sanctified and filled with the Holy Ghost.
That's right. And if his name is Holy Ghost, this could be true. You know
Okay. Wait. Stay there, girl, because you wear me. Oh, you wear me out, and I love it. And I love it. Scott Charles. Okay, baby. I see you. I saw that. Hi, darling. No, you won't be able to reach me by phone, honey, because I'm doing a lot with my mom.
Because you
I mean,
can reach
you know,
me back.
I really think in this day and time, a lot of people, I mean, you know, back in the day when we used to go out, we knew when, you know, we had everything set. Like for me, call me a hoe, whatever you want to call me, honey. Just don't call me late for dinner. You know, way back in the day, I used to write my numbers down on pieces of paper. So when I got to the club, if I ran into somebody, you know what I'm saying? My number was that was before I'm an old bitch. That was before cell
Right.
phones and all that
Right.
shit. When you went in the bar and you look for a matchbook to write your number down on the back of it. Yeah,
Wait,
that's
you know what? And this is why a sophisticated hoe like me started doing business cards, because I wanted to be classy. I got tired of trying to find a matchbook or whatever. I had business cards.
But you got to
would give out
remember,
my business cards.
before all that business cards and looking for a piece of paper, the doggone the notepad and the pen was a part of your motherfucking outfit every time you
was a
did
part of the
something.
outfit. That's right. That's right.
You were one of the ones who just had your number permanently plastered on the bathroom wall.
Well, okay, now that's a whole separate issue. That's a whole separate conversation, child.
Hey, was it on the wall? Was it on the wall like this, Bo? Hey, was it on the wall? It says, if you think this bathroom sucks, call me.
Okay.
My name is Jamita Jiggle Diamond.
Okay. Listen.
Did
Here's
you
what
like the
this
egg
is.
rolls?
Because
Welcome to some dumb chick.
Oh, okay. The idea of this conversation is because how many times have you tried to elevate yourself? You know, when you sit down there and you get, you know, you had your time in the sun or whatever, and you realize that you've outgrown some shit, right?
Right.
And yet you try to elevate yourself, you know, because you're looking for a different class of men or women, you know, you're looking for just a whole new nuance because you're looking to upgrade. You're looking to
You got to switch it up, man. You got to switch it up because you don't want to live the insanity life of dating. Because anything that you know, what I'm saying, if you keep repeatedly doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, that falls into insanity as well.
That's insanity, right? So here's where this is. Okay, why is it that if someone is if you got your circle of friends, okay, you got your circle, and uh let's say the three of us, we all out and carrying on. One of us happened to be a little bit more, outgoing than the other. Okay, so folks will gravitate over for conversation and this, that, and the third. If you are not there to learn the art of conversing, and you go hide out in the corner or whatever, okay, then all of a sudden, in order for you to feel as though you're trying to get in good, you then try, you go to the street shit. We are a sophisticated place, and then all of a sudden, what you know to do is to bring some fuck shit into the game. And y'all seen it all the time. How about you sitting up here? You ain't even interested in a dude like that, right, Derek? You ain't interested in a dude. Y'all just having a conversation, right. But some little bitch. Let's take Jamita because she in the comments. Jamita finna use you, girl. Let's say Jamita mad at you because you talking to the trade she want to talk to, right?
Yeah, she do that. She do that real life.
She don't know what the tea is. Don't know if y'all trying to hook up or not, or if it's just conversation. So what she'll do is she see y'all go out on the dance floor, right? So you go out on the dance floor, y'all just slide two-stepping or whatever. This bitch will come out and she'll start twerking. Okay, twerking and jiggling and shit, trying to get somebody's attention. And you like, bitch, what are you doing? Why are you bringing that kind of attention to yourself to say that you are an easy lay? Because now you done made yourself a target for everybody there who's looking to see what they can get to first. That low-hanging fruit why is it low-hanging? Because it's easy to get to. I don't have to climb the tree to get the one way up there because that's work. Okay. This one is right here. Yeah, it's about to fall off anyway. You know what I'm saying? So when you're there, how is it that we elevate ourselves? And see, this goes for let's take us as men. Okay. How is it that every time, men do this old crazy ass shit when you get shot down by a girl, it's because you start doing some fuck shit. I've watched straight dudes do this all the time. You don't step right. You come with trying to run, those hateful, stupid ass little lines that never work.
Or they do something dumb like, damn, yo, you got a fat ass.
Yeah, they have no coos.
I'm like, girl, I'm the gayest thing since the $3 bill, bitch, and I know that.
No coos. Okay, none whatsoever. And yet, they, you wonder why you attract the kind of people that you attract.
But you know what, Mitch? One thing about that scenario that you said is that now, maybe I'm like real old school now. Say, for instance, if me, you, and a couple of people going out, I'm old school. We're gonna set some ground rules down before we even go out. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna know before we go out who's gonna be the low hanging fruit and all that, and have the little talk. But trade is just that. It's trade. They don't belong to you. They don't belong to me. If we're gonna try to hook up with trade collectively, let's find out now. If we're gonna do it individually, so we can know what we're getting into. Now, if I went out and did all that, I would have been like, girl, all of that ain't necessary.
Right. All that ain't necessary. Okay, it ain't necessary. So why are we here? And why are we going through all these particular shenanigans? You know what I'm saying? And then, and understanding this, because oftentimes, folks will assume that you're low-hanging fruit. Okay, they will assume that until, and that's basically because of your what you're given. You get, your energy. Because your energy, you may come in trying to be sophisticated, but your energy says, "Ooh, this is what because you can tell by the trade you start to attract. And carry it on. you will start to get all of that because your energy would be that way. You know what I'm saying? Your energy, just in your appearance. If you coming up in here and your appearance is saying one thing, but you telling somebody you looking for a husband, or you looking to date and carrying on, and that you're not easy. Well, then, honey, you got mixed signals.
But you know
You,
what?
you,
In this day and time, I think sometimes a lot of people don't take into consideration. In this day and time, being low hanging fruit can be very dangerous.
hello,
I'm talking about real dangerous,
yeah,
especially for my trans brothers and sisters.
yeah. But you know what? Let's take it across the board because see, nowadays, because of the whole idea of what being a freaky is now, okay, if you are low hanging fruit, honey, it's more dangerous for you because see, how do I trust you? Because if you're this easy to give it to me, this means you done gave it to everybody else. How many folks around up in this bitch? Okay, we in the restaurant and you acting like this. Have you been to this restaurant before? And with
Mm-hmm.
who? How many times? You know what I'm saying? When I start to look at that particular idea of it, it's like, what the fuck is this? And we at a bar, okay, and the way how you sashayed yourself over here to me, okay, bitch, I can tell by that little slinky little move, honey, okay, that you done this on many of occasions. This honey, that came so natural. It's not even you not even that wasn't the practice walk, bitch. You done specialized that one. Okay.
Okay.
So that means you done set up here and did this with everybody. I see our numbers starting to go down a little bit. See, we done hit some toes. We done hit some toes because see, when it comes down to accepting responsibility in this shit, a lot of folks don't want to deal with it. Okay, a lot of folks don't want to deal with it when it comes down to understanding when you are low hanging fruit or when you're around people who bring that energy. Because see, here's the thing: do you wonder why certain people don't never ask you out to come hang out at the cookout or whatever? Do you ever wonder why you are not given an invitation? Could it be that you might be that piece of low hanging fruit, damn it, that don't nobody feel like fucking with your damn shenanigans? Don't nobody
I
feel like
know people like
explaining
that.
you? Don't nobody want to have to explain why you are the way that you are. Always looking for attention.
Yeah.
And carrying on. You come up in here, you always got to dress like hey, you are 2 cents less than a dollar hoe.
Okay. Woo. Ah. Woo.
You know what I'm saying? And thinking you let somebody have it. As much as I love the girls, honey, who get all these different colors in their hair and carrying on,
But see,
listen,
those are the children that you invite to very, very small gatherings, like it's 2 and 3 people. They're not the ones that you invite to the family reunion and the big old cookout, because then you're gonna have to end up slapping a bitch.
right, right, because there's always going to be something. They coming in, with a whole bunch of extras.
Yeah, they the ones
You
that when
know,
you have a function, they think every male up in there is trade and fail to realize that somebody ready to knock the shit out of them.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So, and here's the other thing about low hanging fruit. Low hanging fruit is hanging low because it's about to drop.
Is
Okay.
that the same as low hanging testicles?
No.
Okay. I just thought I
when,
asked. Okay.
when you look at fruit on the tree, okay, let's look at when you got fruit on the tree. When you when you
Are you
got
like
fruit,
bananas?
you know what? Don't
What?
stop.
No, I'm saying you
Don't
said
stop.
fruit on a tree. I didn't know if you meant bananas or Derek J was hanging from. I don't know.
This kind of fruit that you can cup, not this kind of fruit. This kind of fruit.
Oh yeah, that fruit get full fast. Okay, yeah.
Listen. When you look at a tree and you see the fruit that starts to happen, oh, this Wi-Fi want to act up. Okay, they know I'm on to something. When it starts to hang low, that means it's ready to be picked. And if it waits too long, it's going to drop, right? So usually, most of the time, it drops. Why is it that low-hanging fruit? That here's the question. Not that. Why is it that people don't pick the fruit up off the ground that done already failed? Because it's bruised, right? It's
And
bruised.
it's
It's
too
been
ripe.
busted open.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Probably got maggots and cancer because it's been rotted out. It's been down there too long. You know what I'm saying? So that's the bottom of the barrel, right? Or the damaged goods. Okay. And it takes a skillful eye to go through that. When you're going to, how many of y'all have fruit trees in your backyards and can you have to go through there and clean up the backyard, you know, and things, but you still have some good fruit in it, right? Okay. And
I
so
live in
some
a
of the time
concrete jungle. We don't have trees.
right. But I've had where we had when we had to do it like that, right? And so when you had to go clean up the yard, you had to, and you knew which ones were still good because they wasn't busted open or whatever, and they fell on top of the other ones. So you had to go clean it up, and we had apples and pears. So you had to clean it up. Those that were busted open or whatever, we couldn't use those because the maggots and stuff and the fruit flies that got a hold of that. So the ones that were still good, you had to go wash them off and this, that, and the other because they were not, bruised or whatever. All the other ones you had to take and throw them away because they were no good. So looking at that and being low hanging fruit, you are just a step above being no motherfucking good. See, you're a step above that. Okay. But you're still easy to pick. Okay. You're the low hanging fruit because you are easiest to pick.
All right.
Okay. And there's no work required. Because hell, low hanging fruit means that if you pluck it, you don't even have to pick it. Usually when you go pick fruit off a tree, you got to hold the branch, and you got to take and work it off because you got to twist and break it from the branch, right? Low hanging fruit don't do that because it done got heavy, and when you go up there and touch, if you touch it, it's gonna fall right in your hand. Okay, so no, honey, you are just a step above that, which means that you basically you bring in no value. You're just easy to do, and sometimes you might be too
Man.
sweet. Sometimes the low hanging fruit might be too it may be overripe because when you pick it in time, you know what I'm saying? It may have been out there too long for you old bitches out there. Okay. You've been out there too long. It may be overripe or whatever. And sometimes what you think is sweet may not be all that sweet. It may have a bittersweet taste to it. So a lot of times you have to take that fruit and make lemonade or orangeade or whatever out of it, or make it into a
But you
pie
you you may you
or
may not be
marmalade.
bruised. You may not be bruised real bad, but you could be low hanging fruit. But the only thing you're good for is canning. That's the only thing that's gonna save you. Somebody gotta can you.
I'm gonna walk the you know. Oh,
They
oh.
have to preserve. They have to preserve you because if they don't preserve you, girl, you ain't no good at all. You're right for canning, Big Reds. You just right for canning. That's the only thing that's gonna save you.
I'm done. Boom, boom. You are right for canning.
That's all you good for, Gladys.
Okay. So now what? And who's going to sit down there and take that particular time to sit and make you
My
the
fruit,
trophy?
my fruit is for pies only. Pies only, okay?
Yeah.
No preserves, no jellies.
I don't want the jiggle, I want the wiggle, okay?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I'm telling you. So, what do you do when the low hanging fruit becomes jealous of you?
I stopped hanging with them.
You have to, basically. Yeah, because if they become jealous of you because they don't understand your style. Don't, why is it that I'm the one that's sitting over here doing all this, and how come that you the one that's getting all the trade? What they
That's
doing
because
to fuck over you?
because the skin of my fruit has hair on it and yours is bare. That's why we're two different things.
But
Not
they
peach
also
fuzz,
got to
honey.
realize the world has progressed to the point that now trade don't only want low hanging fruit no more.
Boom.
Trade wants some fruit that got
Boom.
some. Trade wants some fruit that got something to bring to the goddamn table too. Trade ain't what trade used to be, bitch. Call it what you want.
And y'all know that I'm telling you, I'm doing a docuseries on that.
You making a
Trade ain't
very,
trade
very
no more.
valid point right there, because no matter what doggone part of the 360-degree circle of intimacy you are in life, no matter what fruit you are, whether you're hanging high at the top of the trees like some cherries or low bottoming like some doggone coconuts, I promise you that people always want to elevate their situation. They want to get higher, no matter who you are. You
Honey, I'm
always
trying, but see that's
leave
because
yourself.
people get so caught up in a certain mindset that it's nothing you can tell them. And I'm like, well, yo, if that's the life you want to live, trust me, trade is not even. I mean, trade has progressed so much. It's even a lot harder to pick out trade than it is to pick out who's a trans person. Ooh, did I just
Well,
say
let's
that?
talk about
Red, did you freeze?
and build from that, because there was a time where a piece of fruit was considered a dessert. Just that one piece of fruit, whether somebody gave you just an apple, you know what I'm saying, after your meal, or orange, or you know what I'm saying, or plum or something, that was a dessert. But then people's doggone desires elevated, and next thing you know, they wanted fruit salad. Now they wanted multiple fruits. Now you have to cut the fruit up and mix it with the other fruits that you always ate individually. If anybody paying attention to where I'm going with this, because after it comes from there, then all of a sudden they figured out how to boil it down and jelly it and put it inside some type of dessert. Everything has always
Well,
stepped up to another level, from the bottom hanging fruit all the way to the top of the tree.
well.
So again, love you guys. I got church in the morning. God bless you.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus.
Meech, I'll be calling
James,
you. I'll be calling you tomorrow.
All right.
Look for my call. It's the reason I'm
I
saying
want
it.
to see. I want to see videos of the party.
Oh yeah, I give you videos. I made sure I wasn't in them.
Well, if you're not in, I'm quite sure I can hear your voice, so it don't matter.
Oh
No,
yeah.
he think he
Okay,
Charlie, honey.
same difference.
He think he Charlie, honey, from Charlie's Angels.
Hello, angels.
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
but yeah, we got everything
Listen.
pretty much situated how we gonna handle it. And we got Nikki's toys and all that, so we good. But I'll be calling
Okay.
you. I'll be calling
All
you.
right.
All right. Later, Brister.
Okay. Well, here, you know what? Hold, that's a good take. Let me do that. Let me get my commercials up in here so the sponsors can have something to say. Hold on. And then we'll be right back. Yeah, because I got to do this for them so that, we can stay on, honey, because, hey, they pay for their spot, right? Oh.
There you go, Gil.
Whether you are a resident or visiting the ATL, if you need to satisfy your soul and your hunger with some good old-fashioned scrumptious victuals, then head on over to Tara Boulevard and feast at the Country Kitchen Cuisine Buffet. The Country Kitchen Cuisine Buffet has a mouth-watering array of delicious delicacies that will tempt your tummy, tantalize your taste buds, and please your palates. All of our items on the buffet are made from scratch, just like Grandma used to make. Try our meatloaf, the succulent fried chicken, the smothered pork chops, the short ribs, the fried and baked fish. Try our oxtails, the turkey wings, and don't forget some of those fantastic sides with the macaroni and cheese, cornbread dressing, greens, cabbage, red beans and rice, potatoes and gravy, and oh my God, don't forget the cornbread and those decadent desserts. Your hunger will not be denied. Come on down to the Country Kitchen Cuisine Buffet, located at 8562 Tara Boulevard in Jonesboro, Georgia. Come on down and tell them that Big Meech and Dishing Tea has sent you. Yeah.
Angelo Ellerby, the Henry Higgins of hip-hop, is the founder, president, and CEO of Double Exposure Media Relations. Double Exposure Media Relations is a full-service public relations, marketing, and artist development firm specializing in publicity, photography, artist promotion and artist development, makeup artistry, event production, and EPK development. Celebrating over 45 years in the industry, Angelo believes that a culture that does not take care of nor respect its artists is a culture that leaves nothing behind to appreciate. Let Angelo help you make dollars and cents of the entertainment industry. Contact Double Exposure Media Relations at 201-224-6570. That's 201-224-6570.
Avea, Liliana, Olivia, Nyla, and Nasia. This is Alola. Hey everyone, it is your girl Aunt Nikki, and I am here to tell you about my Alola Creations collection. So let me tell you what this collection consists of right now. Right now we have all natural body butters, all natural rose water spray, and handcrafted crystals and beads jewelry. That means you can get necklaces, you can get bracelets, you can get waist beads, you can get anklets. You can choose from what we already have, or you can give me a call, hit your girl up, honey, and tell me exactly what it is that you think that you need, and I will create a piece especially for you. Okay, so I want y'all to get into this. Yes, I sit here and bead every last one, honey. I'm having such a good time doing it. If you guys didn't see in the beginning when I called out those names, honey, Avea, Liliana, Olivia, Nala, and Nasia, those are my granddaughters. That is where the name Alola came from. We started with the body butters, then I went into the jewelry, and baby, I just added this rose water, honey, and I am telling you, it is amazing. Look at the ending credits to see where you can purchase you some, where you can order it.
Be bold, be unique, be the tea, with a unique body oil fragrance from the Sensuality Fragrance Collection. The Sensuality Collection embodies a unique array of customized original scents created by Big Meech. Indulge yourself in such fragrances as eye candy, foreplay, anticipation, shower fresh, naked beauty, or pay homage to the motherland and choose an oil from our exclusive Wakanda collection. Over 17 different scents that will tantalize your senses. Order yours today. Log on to www.dishingtea.com for more information. Because remember, it's all about the tea. Sensuality, that is.
Hey,
And
sister,
we are back. Yes, darling.
I got this scenario to share with you, and I need you to give me your honest opinion and don't hold nothing back, right?
All right.
My oldest daughter turned 34 today. Y'all don't judge me. I know they be like, damn, you old. Well, my oldest daughter turned 34 today, and she had a little dinner party. And
Uh-huh.
my nephew had did something the other day that really teed me off. And I hate being around my family, and they just be coming up with these stupid ass gay jokes. So I
Okay.
decided not to go because I know that was what they was gonna give tonight, and I wasn't in the mood for that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Good.
I was like, she be okay. I mean, because my niece, that one I was in Atlanta with, she came up here, and my nephew disrespected her. So he was like, Uncle Rick, you know your nephew? I'm like, when the hell is my nephew? That's my niece over there. I'm like, why do some heterosexual people think just because lesbians look dumb, they want to be identified as niggas? That's a whole girl over there. What the hell is you talking about?
You know what? Let's go there. Let's go there because
That got underneath my skin so bad. I was like, what the fuck?
oftentimes what we have are we get our straight allies, or not, I'm gonna call them allies yet. What we have are our straight counterparts or our hetero counterparts who are quote unquote doing their best to, be accepting and I'm going to say at this particular point, I'm gonna use the word tolerant.
Right, right.
Okay.
There you go. There you
I'm
go.
going to use the word tolerant because what it is that they're going out of their way to make sure you feel included. They're going out of their way to try to make sure that, you know, they recognize you being gay or whatever. But see, they have a closed mind idea of what gay is. So just because you think or notice that she's very an aggressive girl or whatever,
Mm.
okay, where I leave off that because this thing wanted to act up.
You stopped at tolerate.
Okay, you believe the straight children always believe that in order for them to fit in or whatever, that they have to associate us because you see a stud or an aggressive girl because she butch, she dresses very butch or whatever. She's an out lesbian or whatever, but you automatically think that because she dresses like that, she wants to be a boy. So
Right.
when you're talking to somebody else who was gay, you trying to fit in. So, well, there go your nephew, and this, that, and the other. Not paying attention that I don't call him nephew. I call him niece or her niece.
Right, right, right.
Okay.
Or
Because
like,
I
for
think,
instance, like if we out around all our ass straight friends, they'll automatically go to, oh, that's my Aunt Rick. Who the fuck is your Aunt Rick?
right, right,
I've
right.
never been your aunt, and that's no, that's that. You're not being politically correct now. You're just sounding dumb.
Right. And you sit up there, what you're doing is getting on my motherfucking nerves.
Right, because
Okay.
what people have to realize, to tolerate somebody is an excuse to use to say that you don't have to like them.
That you don't have to like them. And see here, um, oftentimes too, that they never checked. You know what I'm saying? We've got to learn how to check that behavior, and it doesn't have to be done in a malice kind of situation. I'm just simply put, I'm not one of those gays who do that.
I have to know that when, like I say, I mean, when I did that, I was like, and I know most of my nieces and nephews, they're gonna go out, and a lot of them are in the mindset that they think that to be for us to accept them, they gotta call our lesbian friends dudes. I'm like, yo, you're actually going backwards. You're not helping the situation. You're making it worse.
Right, right. And a lot of that is for them because they're trying to fit in. And then here's the other thing, like a lot of our lesbian friends or whatever, they have to stand up on their own. They have to be the ones to say, yeah, I'm an aggressive girl, but I still like to be called a girl, please.
Right,
You know,
right, right,
and it
right.
doesn't have to be done in any kind of malice behavior because our straight counterparts they really don't understand it, right?
But then
because
you know
all
what?
they
And then sometimes, Mish, let's keep it real, because we keep it real on the Nighthawk Network. Sometimes a woman just saying that, when you're dealing with a real insecure man, just saying that can cause the scene. So what? You're not trying to be a nigga? You like women? That's not even what it's all about.
and that's and those ignorant motherfuckers there need an ass whooping.
Right, right,
Okay.
right,
Because those ignorant motherfuckers right there, they're looking to start some shit. Because why their insecurities come up? You mad because
right,
somebody else's competition in the game. See, you sit up there mad because she could probably pull more bitches than you because of your ignorant ass.
right,
Okay, just what we said before, you low hanging fruit, nigga. Okay, you low hanging fruit. Why would anybody want to be around you and you don't know how to sit? You don't even know how your juice ain't sweet.
right.
Okay, ain't that what the?
Mm-mm. The devil is a lie.
I'm so sick of this goddamn Wi-Fi, child, and I'm on my hotspot. But when you have to tell somebody, honey, your juice ain't sweet, ain't that what the song says in Superwoman, honey? You used to say, now you say the juice is sour
Right, right,
when it used to be so sweet. Okay, and I can't help but to wonder if you're talking about me.
right.
Okay, so here we are. So our hetero counterparts, honey, there's a lot of education or schooling that they must be and checking point blank. There's some shit that got to
Yeah.
be checked with them, and see, here's where it is. Even when it's funny, sometimes they'll say some real funny shit, but it could be very inappropriate.
Yes, that part. That part.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You would do some shit at some inappropriate time. I've had to do that with some of my white friends. Now, because we're friends and I know your heart, I know what I will allow you to do because I'm there with you. But you can't take the same dose that we get around your white friends, only your
No.
fucking friends, and then you must have had no, 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 no. I said, oh, that's good, but not up in here. You don't do
Right.
that one with me up in here. I've had to do
Yeah,
that one
right
with
church,
several
wrong
occasions.
pew, honey. Right church,
Ah,
wrong pew,
okay.
girl.
Right church, wrong pew.
Right,
Not
girl.
up
We
in
not.
here. Okay. Not up in here with these old motherfuckers, honey. Because then I had to take a bottle and start breaking everybody's head up in here. Not like that.
Right.
Okay.
Because then they think, then they're gonna think it's okay for them to say the same shit.
To say the same shit. Because when what's the name said, I don't know you like that, motherfucker.
Right.
Okay, that's what the difference. I don't know you like that. Okay. And carrying on. No, we ain't even got to play that motherfucking game up in here. And so that we don't get no misunderstandings, I'm gonna shut all the shit down. None of you motherfuckers do it.
Right. Right.
How about that? Okay, and that's what it is. So yeah, a lot of that. See, he needs to be put in check, and if putting him in check even means an ass whooping because he still wanted to get ignorant, then okay, you know how that go old school. Come on over here because you need an ass whooping now. So come on over
Right.
here and take his ass whooping. Now, don't make me have to come get you now. Because if I got to come up in there and get you, it's going to be worse. Now, come on, come on.
Right. 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 Yeah, I
You
don't
know,
understand.
there's nothing to understand. There's nothing to understand about that. It is completely vulgar and inappropriate. All in
Yeah.
the name of trying to be jokey, jokey. Now, that ain't no motherfucking joke.
It's
Especially when
not.
I done told you this before. I done told you, don't play with me like that. And anything I come up in here with, don't play like that around me. I mean that shit.
Yeah,
I'm
because
not,
I
I'm
like
not that kind of
I
gay.
know where I live at. I have a lot of heterosexual neighbor, and sometimes they be saying the most and like I tell them like this. I say, look, y'all know we close, and this is how I roll with y'all. If you don't tell no sexual jokes, then I won't tell no sexual jokes.
Right.
Because if I'm sitting around you and you think it's okay for you to tell one of your heterosexual sexual jokes, then bitch, you just open the door for me to tell one of my homosexual sexual jokes, and you can't get in your feelings. Oh man, I don't want to hear that. So what the hell made you think I wanted to hear what you just got finished talking about?
Right.
And then he go into because I'm a man. Huh? Okay.
Right. And let me tell you how I bust this motherfucker's ass out with this dick. Cause I'm still a man, nigga.
Right. But that child, that'll be the topic of conversation.
And sometimes you have to, you know, and then you got those ignorant motherfuckers that take you to the place of being vulgar.
Right,
And
right,
sometimes
right.
and sometimes you have to go there for them to understand it. But I don't like going there because oftentimes, you know, when I do go there, see, then it becomes this whole big old thing, and then it's a pissing contest basically.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, and what you don't want to understand is Anna said the exact same things that you have said. It's just that we play, we got two different partners.
Right. Right.
Okay. We got two different partners. And, and that's what I love about it. You know, I love about it when we have two different partners and carrying on because there's been moments where I've had these same conversations, you know, and I know who I'm talking about, but you assuming something else because I didn't put
Right.
no gender in it. I didn't
There
put no
you
gender
go.
in it. I'm just using the same language. Okay. I didn't put no gender attached to it. So you we sit up here talking and hell, you dapping me up and shit. All right, my nigga. Yeah, shit, I'm telling you. Okay, yeah, we hit that ass last night, nigga. When you get
And
to the
just don't
locker
get
room
into the
talk.
logistics of it. Don't say him or her.
Right,
Don't put no gender on it, and then we good.
right. And but see, here's the thing. At this particular stage of my life, honey, I don't feel as though I have to edit my life for you.
No. No.
You know, I don't have to edit my life. And see, the thing of it is, I'm so comfortable with me, child. Just like when Red and them got me my purse, my coach purse for my birthday. I call it a purse all day. It ain't no merce, it ain't no handbag, it ain't no man bag. It's a motherfucking purse. It's a coach purse. Okay. I carry it all motherfucking day. Why? Because my friends bought it for me. And it is my very first coach bag of my own.
Well,
Okay.
honey, well, let's keep it real, honey. People are a lot less likely to say shit to you because, honey, it ain't like you a small bitch like me carry the goddamn coach purse, bitch. You can carry your catch purse if you want to, bitch. Ain't nobody gonna say that to you, honey.
Now I used to carry my little clutches and carrying on all the time.
Right? Who the fuck gonna say something to you?
I've been challenged before.
But
But
you wouldn't get it. But I guarantee you wouldn't get as challenged as much as a skinny bitch like me, honey.
no, and I don't get challenged like that. I don't get challenged like that. But no, I've been challenged by ignorant motherfuckers before.
Yeah,
Yeah, he got a
yeah.
purse. I sure do. Now you said what? You said that to say what?
To say what?
To say what? Because if this was a briefcase, I would still call it my purse. Especially the zipper briefcase that I carried everything in, my lotion and
Right.
and
Your
my
laptop and
aspirin
everything.
and my damn my little church peppermints and things and my wallet, my keys, okay, important papers here, okay. Listen, everything was up in that motherfucker, honey, and I get tired of that. I just get tired of editing my life because folks don't agree, you
Yeah,
know,
child.
and then vice versa. Now here, let me go on the flip side of that because I know that there are some things that I don't like about other people.
Yeah.
Now I'm not expecting them to edit for me. As a matter of fact, they would tell me wholeheartedly, "Nigga, fuck you," because
Right.
this is my life. And if you got the audacity to say "fuck you" to me, okay, because you live in your life, then bitch, you better be ready to handle it when I say it back. See, the problem is they're not ready to hear it back.
No.
They're not ready to hear it back. And when they do hear it back from us, it becomes argumentative. Sometimes it becomes physical.
Yeah.
What the fuck you mean? Fuck me. Just what the fuck I said. Fuck you. Because shit, you nigga, the hell, I bought the purse. You ain't the one carrying this bitch, me. My
Right.
shit is in here. Why in the hell I'm carrying the purse bothering you? What about this bothers you? Okay, please tell me. What about this bothers you? Because I'm only in here for 5 minutes. Once you give me my motherfucking McDonald's, honey, I'm back outside the door. Ain't got shit to do with you.
Right, right,
Okay? So why are you so bothered? Okay? And then when I look at it from the other side of it, these are loudmouth queens. I can't stand these damn loudmouth queens. The loud bitches, loud for no reason. you know. And I think it's because I done got older and I just can't tolerate it anymore because I'm realizing it's not necessary. You know
right.
what I mean? And even in my loud days or whatever, it just wasn't necessary. And now we got loud 2.0. These bitches, they're born with amplifiers and they got damn larynx.
Right.
Okay. So it's just loud for no fucking reason. And then you ain't saying nothing. You doing all this damn loud talking, ain't said a word. Okay. But now, I have to make sure that that I don't become hypocritical in the argument because see, that kind of shit gets on my nerves. But at the same time, um, uh, I want to make sure that everybody, I'm not impeding on nobody's rights to freedom of speech or whatever. But no, bitch, no, take that shit over there. No, y'all, you could be
Yeah, I
you, honey,
can't.
but be you over there because right now you in my ear, you got my motherfucking head hurting. Okay. And if I say something else, bitch, you gonna rise up like you want to do something. You're gonna make me whoop your ass.
But see, being you has a lot to do on where you are. I don't mind you always being you, but when you're being you and being you is being disrespectful in my space, then we have a little slight problem.
You know what? Now let's go right there because see, most of the time being you is about being you. That disrespectful shit is added. See that
Right.
when being you is that and when you're only being you and not the exaggerated you, that's because see the exaggerated you, and I say this in my book, Awakenings, because I call that the gay step and fetch it. Okay.
Hmm.
When I say step and Fletcher. Okay. Um, that exaggerated shit, because it's one thing when we sit up there, and, okay. But it's another thing we sit up there about, ha, bitch,
Right.
you know, ha, bitch, you are certain.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just being myself. No, bitch, you be the exaggerated version of you.
Right. Right.
Okay. You be in the club version of you, bitch. All of that you do at the clubs, honey. Okay. I don't need club here. Okay. I remember you remember how we on the makeup mirror, a lot of bitches try to paint their face and they turn on night light and they try to paint their face because they got that night lamp on. I'm like, bitch, you better put that shit on day so you can see what the fuck
Right.
you looking
Right.
like. Okay, that nightlight ain't gonna be shit. You do your face in day, and then you switch it to night so you can see what you gonna look like up under these harsh ass lights. You don't
You
start on
have
a
to.
night light, okay? And that's the same thing here. If you sit up there giving me this exaggerated version of you, bitch, turning on the nightlight means that you're going to be even more exaggerated. What
Mm-hmm.
what about you was normal? What about you was natural? What about you says anything that is something worthwhile to behold? And
You know,
then in your message,
I'm at the point in my life that I realize certain things that I realize that now for me, there's no need for an exaggerated me. Helena is Helena, and Derek is Derek. My
boom.
my name speaks for itself. I'm grateful for that. There was an old gospel song, "May the work I do speak for me." I'm not even on that plane anymore where I always have to be seen because my name is always heard.
Mm-hmm. How about that?
So that exaggerated me. I think the exaggerated me probably died when Helena was born. I think that's when the exaggerated me died.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because that's when I became my true authentic self. Once Helena was born and came into my life, that's when I became my true authentic self because I was never true and authentic until Helena became a part of my life.
because she gave you a vehicle to channel all that energy.
Right, right. And
You
I can
know,
accept that. I was like, yo, that is some deep shit. You have not
yeah,
I have been close to it, but that authenticity didn't come out about to a Miss Hologram was like, knock knock, bitch, I'm here, honey. Let's get it together, honey.
right. But see, she provides an avenue.
Yeah.
All of us have that little alter ego little thing that we do. You know, how many of us got street names? You know, that's why we got the Ray Rays and the Pookies and shit because the streets know you by those names.
And
But when you come
Peaches.
back,
Everybody got an uncle named
you got
Peaches.
okay. Miss Peaches, okay.
Right.
So you know, everybody has that sort of duality about them,
Right.
and why is because that particular alter ego, or whatever, is the avenue to channel all of that energy. Okay. At the same time, when you don't know the difference between who and who, okay, then that's when we have a problem because see, right in the beginning of doing shows or whatever, there was a point Samantha was the stronger entity because I
Right.
let her be because I didn't cater to Demetrius at all.
Right.
Okay. At one point in time, I had more Samantha clothes in my closet than Demetrius.
Oh, I still, child. This studio, I have two closets filled with nothing but Helena, and a whole rolling rack full of nothing but Helena, and like 6 bags full of nothing but wigs. So 20 years into this business, um, I think Helena works a little bit harder than Derek.
But see, she's the entity though.
Yeah, yeah. But
She's the
Helena works a
workhorse
little bit harder than Derek. But Helena can't work without Derek.
because she's the see that's the control. Helena lets I mean Derek lets Helena be the workhorse, so
Right.
Derek doesn't have to be.
Yeah. Oh no.
You know,
We intertwine to the point where, and people, like my brother said to me, he said one thing I like about your persona is that you're not one to whenever you're Derek or Helena, you always use your same voice. I said, I never got into this that when I got into my Helena facade, I was gonna be like, hi, my name is Helena. That was never it for me.
that's too much work trying to stay. Good evening. You know, I would try I would to be cute and prissy. You know, we'll start off with the audience like that. Hello, good evening. You know,
Right.
'cause I know I'm giving love, honey. But you know, and then we'll chuckle that off, honey. You know, because I'm giving you puss. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hi for your consideration. What's going on? Hello. You know, simply because I'm saying, okay, I'm puss tonight, bitch. But after you done got all of that and the cutesy frou frous out of it, girl, bad. It's all this. Okay, let's talk. What's going on? You know.
Yeah, and I tell the children, this business that we in, and actually Tuesday, I'm having on my show the remix. I'm having three female illusionist podcasters in the DMV, but the basis of the show is the other side of drag. We're gonna talk about you know Caden. We're not gonna talk about Caden. We're gonna talk about Davon. We're gonna talk about Ricky. We're not gonna talk about Leah. We're gonna talk about Billy. We're not gonna talk about Caden. Just so people can get a feel that they are most definitely two separate entities in our lives.
What happens when the makeup comes off?
That's what I'm, and a lot of people don't understand. And I tell people all the time, and you say this too. It's a lot of things that I just won't do with my makeup on, and sex just happened to be one of them.
Right. Okay.
So we're gonna,
What?
get into all that. Get into. Do you feel comfortable with people calling you Caden when you and your Davon go?
Okay. You know what? That's real. That's cute because I know when I'm at the club, whatever. Because I was working and carrying on. I didn't have a problem with everybody calling me Samantha.
Right.
I didn't have a problem with it because I was there. In that element. But not when I'm out at the bus stop or when I'm out
That's
at the
yeah,
restaurant, when I'm out
yeah,
somewhere else. Hey, Miss Samantha, girl. I'm not Samantha, girl.
But
Okay,
then you sit back and you don't know if they being authentic, because one thing I realized is, even in this day and time, it's still a lot of people don't know my name is Derek.
right,
But then you trying to wonder out if it was that an authentic one, or was that a shady, or was that a shady, hey Miss Samantha girl.
exactly. No, but for me, I've come to find out. I know when it's shady, because bitch, you will sit down there and scream that, and we over here on the east side of motherfucking Detroit, bitch.
Right,
Okay, we're trade packing damn Glocks and shit, ready for a bitch to
right,
come. Okay, and you want to start some bullshit up in here.
right,
Okay,
right, yeah.
just because you sit up here eyeballing trade or whatever, and you sit up there trying to pass. Okay, or
But
whatever.
gr- but the gag to that is, some of us when we get up out of geese, we can pass the trade. But bitch, as soon as they find out you do trade, I'm drag all your trade ports are thrown out the motherfucking window.
Oh, baby, they are dissolved.
They have
They are
just been
dissolved.
disintegrated, honey. Beat me up, Scotty, because all these motherfucking points are gone.
You know what? That's going to be something that we tackle next week. I think I want to dig deep into that, as far as why does that bother you so? Because it's just like Torch Song Trilogy. You know,
Yeah,
when Arnold met David, not David, the first guy for the first time. He said, "Okay, what do you do for a living?" He said, "I'm a female impersonator." He said, "No, no. What do you do for a living?" He said, "I'm a female impersonator." Does that bother you?
yeah.
Okay. And so what happens is, for me, at least my interpretation, is that, and y'all heard me say this before, our T community, whether you are in the process of a transitioning or if you're just a regular showgirl, the T community and carrying on, we is such a bad rap because of the hard lives that they live, and nobody understands them being defensive and carrying on. Oh, they shady. They always pulling stunts or whatever. Survival techniques and carrying on and survival skills, everybody has those. It's just that our T community have always had to rely on them because hell, them trying to live in their authenticity has always become a problem.
But
So
see,
now I
that
have to
of
do what I
all the
need to do.
things that I've talked about on my show, and I'm grateful for it, that is just one topic. Because of my mindset towards it, that is one topic I am so scared to tackle. Because, honey, I'm gonna tell you, I know without a shadow of a doubt, some of my interthinkings and some of my intertwinings of my mind will make a lot of them very upset with me. So I just be like, bitch, this is not. I mean, when I had my son on, I'm not gonna lie, and I love my son to death. And when I asked my son, okay, he transitioned from female to male, and I asked him, so I think I asked him sexually, how do you identify? He said bisexual, bitch. I like to fell the fuck out of my chair.
Hmm.
That caught me
Hmm.
for. I was like, huh? And so my mind went into, so why do all that? And let me shut. See, that's why I can't talk about shit, because they were like, well, bitch, you don't understand. We do it because I'm not.
Right, and you're there because of how we're wired. See, the humanity is wired because when we think about sexuality, a lot of folks want sexuality to be just that cut and dry, black and white. If you're male,
Right.
you're gonna be with a female. If you're female, you're gonna be with a male. So for transitioning, and like why, if you're transitioning from female to male just to sleep with men again, that don't make sense.
But see,
You
that's why
know,
I can't tackle that, because everybody, they'll get into the
but
analytical part and
but a lot of that it becomes okay. Help. The better question is help me to understand it because why the question becomes with a lot of it, why did you need to change your gender or live as the opposite gender instead of just being a lesbian?
I mean, and me, I'm so glad. I just don't understand this. Y'all, excuse me. Y'all know I love you, but I always have, and that's why I can't talk about that, because I'm like, I don't understand it. You tell me that you want to live your life as a whole woman, but you still fucking niggas.
Hmm.
I'm like, girl, why, why didn't you just stay a feminine man? To me, the
Right.
cheese wasn't necessary. That's why I can't have this fucking conversation because my
But
mindset is
well, the
fucked up.
whole
I
thing,
guess.
no, it's not that it's fucked up. It's just that, like everybody else, most of the people, you like 99% of the world, when it comes down to sex, we're in the mechanics of it.
Right.
Okay. The mechanics are just as basic as you just said it. Flame Monroe says this. The mechanics are the same. If you either you're going in a hole, either it's gonna be a dick or ass, I mean pussy or ass. Okay. You're going in a hole. Okay. And so now the packaging is what's going to be. And oftentimes people are not understanding the need to transition. Why do you feel you have to go add or take off for this, that, and the other just to say that you're living your life as a man or as a woman and carry it on? And then a lot of folks are not understanding the sexuality part of it. See, gender expression and sexual orientation are two separate things. And that's what a lot of folks are not understanding. They're not trying. And it's hard to understand because a lot of folks feel, okay, that's a waste of time and a waste of money. You take all these hormones, got let's go trans men, female to male. You're taking all these male hormones. You done had your breasts removed. Okay, you done had a hysterectomy for those who do. Okay, and you got your facial hair growing in and carried on. I still can't understand the fact that you claim that you're bisexual. Okay, because now you're living your life as a man, and yet you're sleeping with both male and female. Why would you change yourself if you still gonna sleep with men? And it becomes more than just the mechanics of sex. And that's where a lot of folks don't get into it because the naysayers will say, well, is it that mental illness because you ain't right in your mind? It's not mental illness.
Girl. But then
Okay.
and then my mind, I'm sorry, my mind goes even deeper because then I say, if you are bisexual, then that means one thing is you're having intercourse with a female, and then the other things, in order to complete you being bisexual, either you're penetrating a male or a male is penetrating you.
Uh-huh. Well, here's the thing, and again, that's common theory. But what folks don't want to accept is that most bi people are not doing that at the same time.
No, no, they stay, for lack of a better word, they stay in one lane at a time. Sometimes they'll hit both lanes at the same time, but more than often they won't. When I'm in my men mood, I'm over this way. When I'm in my ussy mood, I'm over. Honey, like I
It,
tell
it,
people,
it
we've all been bisexual once. We didn't all have bought sex once in our life. Shit,
okay.
bisexual, i.e.
But a lot of the times, the complications of all of that, to where a lot of folks just don't, the mechanics of it, the mechanics of
It
sex and
is,
what
but
it
you know
really
what?
involves.
I just think a lot of, and another reason why I'm scared to talk about this on my show. I just think sometimes a lot of, not all. Don't get me wrong. I don't, just like with this David Chappelle thing, and just like I tell, look, y'all, stop putting apples in on. Everybody in the gay community is not overly sensitive about what he's saying. It's them white children. I'm trying to tell you, but anyway, sometimes it just seems like some of our trans community is just so damn aggressive and so damn upset about life. Shit.
Yeah, most of them, a lot of, well, I don't say most of them, a lot of them are due to their challenges. What we end up getting is a lot of the backlash or a lot of the defense mechanisms that they do. In order to stay alive, in order to stay afloat. When you've been shut down out of every goddamn thing simply because, and let's go for the ones who are not as feminine looking.
Yeah.
Okay, those who who look like men in dresses for being insensitive, and
Right,
the
right.
world sees that. Okay, let's look at it from this particular perspective, because today you came to work. Yesterday you came to work. I knew you as Charles, honey. Charles, who sit up there and you was coaching the football team and shit and carrying on. You got 3 daughters and 2 sons. A wife named Marjorie and shit. And then today you came in and told us to call you Carolyn. But you got these big ass, broad ass shoulders, bitch. Okay, that's gonna knock over the motherfucking bookshelf if it's not wide apart. And then just because you put on some hair, a little lipstick, and some glasses maybe, and a skirt, I'm supposed to sit down there and say, "Oh, okay." And you haven't given me a chance to accept this. You haven't given me a chance to work through my questions. You haven't given me a chance to understand it. You know, just like I've been teaching this a long time. The trans person is one entity. Everybody else is another. Because just as long as it took the trans person to come into their truth, it may take the world that you come and reveal your truth to, it may take them the same amount of time to accept your truth.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Because it's not going to be an easy process, which is
Now
why the
I'm gonna give you an
pronouns and this,
example.
that, and the other.
I'm gonna give you an example. There was this little child here that was in the marching band, and honey, Monday she would come to practice as her boy self. Wednesday she would come to practice as her girl self, and Thursday she would come to practice as a Friday she would come to practice as a boy self. But then she got in her mind that she was going to sue the band because they were discriminating. I said, "How are they discriminating against you, and you don't even know how the hell you want to come to band practice?"
Right, right.
Now, if you come to band practice from day one until forever as your female self, then yeah, they're gonna start addressing you as that. But you can't every other day you can't be him, and then the next day you're gonna be her, and then if they start addressing you as her, then you're gonna get offended because they're not addressing you as him. Make up your damn mind.
Mm-hmm. Bada boom, honey. Bada bing. We're gonna put a pin in it right there, y'all, because I got to finish up this obituary, and this is a good conversation on this particular end. I'm not sure if I'll be with y'all tomorrow, but more because as I said what I said Sunday, and that's where I get y'all to come on up in here and do your thing. For those of you who are looking at this, if you're looking at this in any kind of replay or something, the Cash App is there. We're trying to, we got to pay for this burial and carrying on. And I got to have this money by Tuesday. I need to get to the Cash App says 5,000. We're trying to raise 5,000. If we get to four, I need the four immediately. The other 1,000 is for other incidentals that we got to take care of. So we're trying to raise that. And I need it for Tuesday. So if it's put upon your heart, I'm not asking you to do something that you don't want to do or trying to obligate you into anything, because I was hoping we would not become one of those families that needed fucking a GoFundMe to bury somebody. However, because my mother's policy had lapsed, her insurance policy lapsed, when she went to go reinstate it, they denied her because of her health issues, as she could not get any other insurance because of her health issues. And I don't. And for those of y'all who said, "Well, didn't she try Colonial Pen on the TV?" Apparently not, because she ain't got no insurance, right? So that there is that. So we got to get all this together, and I got to find somebody to do something on the program, honey. The program, okay? Because I need a singer. My cousin's going to do the eulogy. We got somebody to read the obit and carrying on. So this is going to be very that way. So in the meantime and in between time, honey, you may finish all of your crumpets, my darlings, because the tea has been dished, and you are dishing tea, darlings. With Bit Meat and the big guy ally, honey. That was Big Red was up in here with us for a second. And of course, our special guest co-host, honey, your boy Derek, with the Helena tweet.
What's up?
Okay, if you love all of us, honey, tell your friends and your loved ones and things, honey. But if you hate us, honey, you can tell all of your motherfucking enemies. Okay. Just do know this, honey. Everything that we're doing in any way, shape, style, form, or fashion will move forward, darling. So, hey, love you back, LaShawn Patrice. Okay. So just know that, honey, the family will acknowledge you at a later time, of course, but we just want to thank and praise you and give you your flowers and stuff for those of us who have um, uh, who understands what it is to have lost someone. But you want to give folks their flowers while they're alive. Give it to them where I can see them, honey. I can smell them. I can show them off to somebody, honey.
Yes,
Okay,
Lord.
give them to somebody. So, if like I said, if you're benevolent, that's wonderful and gorgeous. You can go back and look at this. Wait a minute, I didn't even put up in here. I didn't put it up in this particular chat. No, that's the wrong damn thing. Yeah, so here we go. We finna fuck it up. Okay. Oh hell man. Well, never mind, honey, because by the time I get to it, I got to go through too many different changes trying to find it. I had it in my in the clipboard, but that's on the phone. Okay. So be that as it may, we're gonna let you guys go. I'm not gonna try to do no woo-hoos because it ain't coming out right. Okay. And all of that, I got to get back to getting the things, and then I got to turn this air on because I done overheated myself. Okay. So in the meantime, and in between time, honey, let's do the right thing. We all win in the end, honey. Ain't that my sister Miss Stephanie Mills, her new single? Let's do the right thing. Okay.
Right.
Let's do the right thing. Where's my damn closing credits? That's what I'm looking for. There we go. All right, my darlings. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, honey. Goodbye, good night, good evening, honey. We will see you guys again soon, honey. All right. So from lovely old Detroit, honey, in this Red Roof Inn hotel that I'm in. Okay. Good deal. Okay, got a good deal though. But nonetheless, honey, we're gonna say good night and we wish you well. We'll see you on the next go round, okay? Toodles, ha, and scene.